Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. As always, thank you for tuning in, I appreciate it. Please support my channel by hitting the like button, leave a comment, subscribe, share. I know a lot of you have written to me that YouTube has spontaneously unsubscribed you from not just my channel, but other channels too. It's just part of the algorithm. If you don't click on them enough, they unsubscribe you. You do need to hit the bell to get notifications. If you're interested in membership, I have it now starting at $1.99. So there's all different levels. Check that out. It's in the description box. Just click it. If you do want a reading, I have some openings in August. Go to my website, dianeaquarius.com. I also have a lot of really good blogs there. And don't forget, check out my community tab. I love posting on the community tab. I make the most out of it. So I am answering your questions today. If you see me looking down, it's because I am looking at my iPad at the questions you've put here. So Diana's asking, will the DNC withhold the nomination for Biden at the Democratic convention? I'm just so appalled at how senior leadership is treating Biden. The good news is that voters are really getting loud about their outrage. Yes, and I also think too where the media's been hurt by this. A lot of people are no longer watching so many of these news stations and reading articles from so many of these, media outlets that before, you would have thought were untouchable. But, their CEOs are billionaires. 45 will give them tax cuts. Biden will hold them accountable. And so I think you're going to see a real swing with the media because they're losing money now. Okay, so let's take a look. I think yes, it's going to be fine for Biden. I don't think they're going to withhold the nomination for him. No, I do see him being the one that is chosen, to run for president, and I do think Kamala is going to be the vice president. Look at that, first card, 10 of Pentacles. So, this is a card of definitely financial endorsement, right? You don't get more golden coins on a card in tarot than this. And this talks about all the generations coming out to support him, right? Because this is the only card that has the grandkids, the kids, grandchildren, even the two dogs. So yes, this is a yes card, financial support, yes. Obstacle, the trying to feel energized and motivated, right? There's going to be a little bit of lackluster, I think, with the DNC. Okay, I think they need a little kick to get them going, to be honest with you. It's funny because I actually got this when I read on 45 with the RNC that they weren't really happy with 45 being their choice. But so the DNC may not be happy that Biden is, the one that gets chosen, but he's getting chosen. Oh, interesting. This actually did come up with 45. So the RNC and the DNC is kind of on the same page. They're really not too pleased with the prospects with either one. But you know what? It is what it is. They gotta have to deal with it. And my Biden card. King of Cups. Okay, so here he is. Yes, he is the nominee. And if I go to the bottom, 6 of Cups, this is a card of the past, right? He has the experience. He has the wisdom to lead us, So no matter what, yes, they're going to choose him. They may not be happy about it, but he's going to be our next president. Let's see. Deborah asks, and I know nothing about this. As you guys know, when I read on the Royals, it's really always a cold read. I don't have any particular feelings. Harry received the Pat Tillman Award in the USA. Will this open the doors for more success for Harry and Meghan? The British press is so mean towards them. And many others are rooting for them to win. So yeah, all right. So did the Pat Tillman Award make a difference in Harry's life? Will more doors open? Will he get more successes? The only thing I can say about the royal family, and not to be negative, but I do think King Charles is sicker than what they're letting on. That I do pick up on. All right, well, maybe. Page of Wands, you know, he's prospecting. Some new opportunities could be coming his way. All right. Obstacle. There's a part of him that does want to pull back and retreat. You know, I think there's a part of him that likes being in the limelight. He likes the interviews and, you know, all that sort of thing, the publicity. And then there's a part of him that just hates it all. You know, and I can imagine that that's probably true with, like, not just royalty, but a lot of celebrities and that sort of thing. It's a love-hate relationship. He's walking away from a lot of things. Now, I don't read on him enough to really know, but he's not walking away in a bad way. The cups are upright. They're full of good things, good opportunities. But there's a lot of things that he's going to walk away from. So that tells me he's really going to like pick and choose what he does do and what he doesn't do. He's really undecided about where he wants his future to go. He doesn't have a firm game plan at this moment. This is what the cards are saying, that, you know, he's surrounded with indecision is basically what I'm getting. The card in the back, Queen of Wands. You know, I would say that this is Megan. You know, a woman who is like passionate, exciting, enthusiastic. And so I think that's like a bright spot. She's a bright spot for him. And I think she may push him further than what he would have been doing on his own. Like, she kind of encourages him to do more. I hope that makes sense. I think this person's name is Val. Hi, Diane. It was recently reported that Fonni Willis had her biggest fundraising haul yet for November. The election interference case was abruptly halted last month, with the Georgia Court of Appeals, indefinitely halting proceedings until possibly mid-March. I know, right? Making it past the election. Do you ever see her prosecuting 45? Okay, so all right, let's look at that, because there's a couple questions within the questions, but let's look. Do I see Fonni Willis being the prosecutor with 45? Oh, and thank you for sending Annie peace, love, and light. She appreciates it. I'll tell you, she is one spoiled baby girl. But that's okay. She's 20 years old. She deserves it. The cards are feeling like kind of like jumpy, stagnant, weird with this question. Okay, Fonni Willis. Okay, so let's have a bit of patience here, right? Because the Strength card is all about patience. So it's saying like she is strong enough, she's courageous enough, but this is a very slow moving card. Obstacle, she's stuck. Here she is, her arms are bound. They're not letting her go this way or that. You know, she's kind of trapped in the situation. All right, we'll have to look at the next card to see, because death can go one way or the other, right? Even though if you watch Hollywood, it's always like, oh, something bad's happened. No, death card could actually just mean that there's change and transition and transformation. But let's see if it's good or bad. All right, the Lovers card. We have like Archangel, Raphael over here watching over this whole thing. Okay, so interesting. So that's her connecting with donors, getting contracts, getting accepted by others, making good alliances, having a beautiful new beginning. Sun's coming out. And if I go to the bottom of the deck, things start to speed up in her life, new opportunities. So I would say, yeah, she certainly has a very good shot of being the one that prosecutes him. At the very least, she has a bright new beginning coming her way. Okay, that I feel comfortable saying. Maui asks, were the Dems that called for President Biden to step down paid off? So like, was there, you know, like say a financial motivation? Let's take a look. I mean, in my opinion, we need to take money out of politics. We really do. Because, you know, there's so much dark money and, you know, corruptness with all this. The money needs to go. All right. I'm going to show you the cards and then I'll do my interpretation. Page of Swords. Obstacle. Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Swords. Wow, Pages, Knights. Okay. Two of Swords. Where is this going here? Ah, my card for the US, the Empress. Five of Cups. Okay, so my interpretation of this is they wanted to strike out and have a new beginning. They wanted to take the party in a new direction. Maybe some of them were hopeful of being the, you know, either the presidential candidate or the VP candidate, nominee. You know, they wanted to strike out a different path. Where money is coming up as like a no, I would say no. They had a different agenda. They had an agenda. I just don't think it was financial in that sense. They wanted to take more action. You know, they want more action with the party, but they're also really super indecisive about what direction they want to take the party. They don't really know. But at the end of the day, you know, the US wins. America still comes out on top. You know, we still end up as, you know, a country that is productive and abundant, creative, you know, all those beautiful qualities. And, you know, a lot of them are just miserable. They want their time to shine. I think it's more ego. I would say ego motivated, looking at these cards more than anything. Sarah asks, will we see an end to the war on Gaza soon? We really need to, don't we, guys? I mean, I do think Biden is going to be instrumental in that. You know, that I feel for those people. I really do. Anybody that's in harm's way. Anybody. Because I still say, I don't care what country you're talking about. Everybody wants their version of, you know, ordering pizza, watching Netflix, and playing on their iPhone, right? Whatever that version is in Gaza, that's what they want. We just want peaceful lives. Ooh, card of victory and triumph, right? This guy's been through a battle. He emerges, you know, on his white steed. I like that. Who is surprised that the devil is, you know, the obstacle here? What I think is Netanyahu is going. I really do think Netanyahu's days are numbered. I don't know if he would step down willingly, so I'm thinking ousted, but I do see him going. I did say that in my 2024 predictions video. And there's going to be a judgment call here, right? There's going to be a lot of people held accountable. But because of that, you know, here's Archangel Gabriel blowing his horn. People are rising up, being reborn, renewed, reinvigorated. Okay? Oh, interesting how we get the two judicial cards side by side. So this is actually going to play out like in the world's court here. This is something that we're going to be watching. And if I go to the bottom of the deck, Two of Cups, you know, people finally coming together, reconciliation. So, yeah, it's going to end. You know, peace will come again. The only thing I can say is, aside from the Six of Wands, these are fairly slow-moving cards, but we're also well into this war too, aren't we? But I think when it ends, it's going to be so much better in general. Let me take a sip of water. I've been talking all day. Carolyn asks, what will be the outcome of the hacking of the Heritage Foundation by those furry hackers? Who would have thought, right? I got such a chuckle when I saw that. I mean, and also too, I saw something where, because the Heritage Foundation is registered as a nonprofit, that means that they're not allowed to do anything political. And so there is a letter writing campaign going on right now to put an end to them. Because that is true, right? I believe it's called a 501c that they're registered as. And so there is a writing campaign. So what will be the outcome of this furry hacking? So there's lots of things, right? Pages, this is a page, right? Pages give announcements. And one of the things that we're going to be hearing about has to do with money. Where is this money coming from? Where is this money going to? And I think we know everything sort of just streamlines from Vlad to 45. And yeah, that's where I see that going. Oh, look at the obstacle. Right. I mean, the devil card, the card of sin and greed, right? The Heritage Foundation, you know, they're backing like that Project 2025. It's just gross. It's going to bring us, this is the Page of Swords. It's going to bring us more news, okay? And because it's a sword, we know it's going to be something that's written, spoken. In this case, it'll be written, right? So releasing some information in writing that we didn't have before that leads us to the truth, right? Because this is a double-edged sword, right? It sees both sides of the issue. It's fair and balanced. And here's Biden. He keeps coming up in these readings. You know, here is Biden. And it kind of falls onto his lap, I think, at some point in the future, that he has to like address this. He's got to have to say and do something about this because it's just insanity. I mean, they're scary. I mean, I know I'm smiling, but it's sort of like if you don't, you cry because it's scary. Their agenda is scary, and we all have to pay attention. King of Pentacles, they are well financed, aren't they? They got some powerful backers. And it's going to sort of leave them, Four of Cups, with things up in the air. They're not going to know how to proceed. And so I don't think it's going to be the end of them, but they're going to have to make a lot of harsh decisions over this. So I think a lot of truth is going to come out, particularly surrounding money. I love this, Daisy. And I'll end with this question and then I'll do a 3-card poll. Daisy, this is a great question. We need some good news. Is something good coming to us all soon? Any good news? She says, I don't know. Something that'll cheer everyone up. Okay, so, all right, Spirit, my guides. What is something good that's happening that we can just all celebrate in, boost our spirits, raise our vibes? What do we need to know? Okay, this guy, right? He's waiting for his ship to come in, right? So he maybe has sent some ships out and now they're coming back with the riches. So that's like new opportunities, new things coming back to us that we've been waiting for. And where I'm doing a positive reading, I'm not doing an obstacle card. The children, right? You know, this is the only card that only has children. Children are our future. Children are a source of happiness. They're a source of joy. And the world will be a better place for them. Okay? You know, I know so many of you are worried about what sort of world we're leaving for the children. It's going to be okay. It is. This is another child card. Finances getting better. So that the first word I'm getting from my guides that I'm seeing is infrastructure is getting better, and healthcare. I'm getting infrastructure and healthcare improvements with both of those in the US. At a time of enlightenment, okay? Because the thing with the Hanged Man, because he's upside down, he can see things from a new perspective. He has the halo of enlightenment. And when he feels like he's reached enough, new information and enough of an awakening, an ascension, his leg is loose. He can just then go. And so we're sort of in this period where we are just sort of incubating, and a lot of us are waking up for the first time maybe and becoming more enlightened. So I want to end with this 3-card pull, and I don't usually use this deck. It's the Power of Love by James Van Praagh. You may know him as that famous medium. And this will be a nice uplifting message too. I'm just going to take the top 3 cards and just ask the universe, what do I need to know right now? What would be beneficial? And just go with your gut. Which one do you feel drawn to? 1, 2, or 3? Here we go. First card, creativity. You love to devise new ideas, innovations, and forms of illumination. So yeah, let your creativeness sparkle and shine. Let it out. Act on your new ideas and innovations, Joy, number 2. You delight in the love of life and bring a spirit of fun to all that you do, right? So you have like this zest and love for life. That makes me think sacral chakra, right? Your joy, your passion, your enthusiasm. And the third card, harmony. You are able to feel a loving, balanced connection with everything, right? The law of one that I teach, right? From the Ra. So we are all connected, we are all one, and you're starting to experience that. And then once you start to really feel that connection to everyone and everything, that's when you can really ascend and reach spiritual enlightenment. So I thank all of you for joining me. If you do want a reading, DianeAquarius.com. Check out membership. It's in the box below. And I hope everyone has a beautiful day. Bye, everyone.